You probably looked at the title of this video and be like, what, Zach, talk like a retard to girls? How is this gonna help me get girls? Well, first of all, let's imagine a scenario where you see a pretty girl or something, or someone very attractive. You probably can imagine them in your mind right now, right? Someone very attractive. Then I want you to imagine a scenario where you see them in public and you want to cold approach her. What would be going through your mind? You would probably be thinking about what you should say, right? Should I ask this, that, or that? And meanwhile, you're thinking about this, you're just getting a knot in your stomach because you're in your head not even thinking properly, because you're probably thinking that she's going to reject you or say no, and you're not breathing properly because you're in fight or flight. And there's Chad over there in the corner fucking talking to your girl because he's not in his head, right? He's not in his head like being insecure little prick thinking about what he should ask her, you know? Now I want you to think of the Chad guy in a TV show and stuff. He's probably a jock and jacked as fuck. But the funny thing is he's also really dumb. Yet he still gets the girls without even trying. That's weird, right? Don't you think that's weird? Yeah, he might be good looking, and but do you really think he puts a lot of time to what he has to say to girls? Like, do you think he's like over here like, oh, what should I ask her? No. He's just like, hey, I like you. What's your name? And it's literally just that simple, right? I feel like a lot of guys are too smart. I used to overthink a lot of stuff, right? We are too smart. We probably read books. We probably, consume content like this, which is very productive. And I do respect you for this because you are trying to improve your life in some way or another. But let me tell you this, you are too smart for your own good, okay? We are smart enough to understand that if we get rejected, we're gonna feel bad, but we get in our own way. Okay, so our mind, our overthinking gets in our own way, and I will explain that more later in this video. You probably have the same problem that I had when I first started talking to girls, which is thinking too much. Thinking too much is the curse because you aren't putting enough action, right? You're just staying there and you're just sitting there overthinking. You think you're being productive about like, oh, what should I ask her? What should I do this? Should I say this? Should I say that? Will this increase my chance on, getting this girl? But the thing is, like, if you don't go talk to her at the end of the day, then you didn't make any progress at all, right? I would respect you more if you went up and go talk to her and get rejected, right? Because you're putting action into something, but you're just sitting there thinking, you think you're being productive. You're not being productive. You're just sitting there being an insecure guy. And trust me, I've been there. I got rejected like I don't know how many times, like 15, maybe even more. I think I got rejected today, and I was just like, okay, it's not a big deal because eventually it just gets you just get over it, right? You just go up and at least I had the balls to go up and shoot my shot. Sometimes not a lot of girls are going to be prone to your influence, like your seduction and stuff like that. So, like sometimes they might have a boyfriend, sometimes they're gay. Like literally, one time I got rejected because they were gay, which was a very funny story. I was like at Target or some shit, and I saw this girl. I was like, holy shit, she's mad pretty. And right before I gave like, what was I giving? I think I bought like donuts or something. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this was the morning where I got like free fucking donuts, and then I bought like 26 or like 24, like a dozen, two dozens. And then I went to Target and I was just giving them out for free. And I was like, because it was building my abundance mindset, and that's a really good way if you have the scarcity mindset to go um increase it to an abundance mindset, because you're giving out stuff for free, right? You buy stuff in bulk and abundant, and then you just give it out because, like, you got so much money, like this shit ain't nothing to you, right? And not only it made me happier, it made me out of my head, it increased my confidence and made it to where I can actually talk to people, like as many people as I wanted. I felt really confident being surrounded by a lot of people. It was very fast paced, and a lot of people said no. I got rejected by a lot of people, but the more people I went up to, the more people, for one, I got rejected, but the more people said yes, and I was able to give out, free donuts, because they all had everybody who said no probably had the limiting belief as a kid that if you um take candy from a stranger, you're probably gonna get poisoned. But like, I wasn't doing that. Like, it was literally from the box, and I was like, here, you can just take it. And she's like, you're just giving out free donuts. And I was like, hell yeah. So you can just take it. And I learned so much from that, low key. I made so much money. I'm pretty sure. I think the day after that, it was fucking crazy. Like, I didn't even go to school. I just skipped school to make hella fucking money, and I made car insurance right after that. So that was fire as fuck, and the day was fun as fuck. So I gained so much confidence and so much happiness from it. That's just a random story. This has nothing to do with the video, but if you do want to gain your confidence like really fucking fast, go out, buy something in a bulk. Literally, just go out in public and just give out some free stuff. Like, I give out free candy. I um I sometimes give out free money. I was thinking about giving out free money, but I have like a little money wall over there. If you get like if you just switch your money from, you know, 20s, $50 bills, just try and get as many ones as you can. You can start increasing your abundance mindset, and by increasing your abundance mindset, you can just start giving out money for free. Like, literally, I was just giving out candy for free. Sometimes if you see me out in public, like at my work, I know there's like some kids out there who uh I got to subscribe got them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hashtag shout out to them. I think so. One of them left a comment. He literally was waiting for me to post a YouTube video, and he, like, right then and there, he was like, "Thank you for the dollar," or something. I could put a picture right here or some shit. But I literally gave him $1. He was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Shout out to them, low key. They're fire as fuck," and I enjoy their presence when I'm working. Low key, I need to quit my job though. Like, I do not get paid enough. It's so bad. So if y'all could help me, like and subscribe so I can start sharing some more videos for y'all, because I genuinely enjoy making these videos and I love helping y'all. So why not just support me? It's free. Just watch my videos. I'm giving y'all some good ball knowledge. I'm giving y'all knowledge that, like, a lot of people would pay for. So I even paid for some of this information. Like, I think I paid like $40 a month for, like, I think a year now, and like, I bought these courses and stuff, and that's where I'm getting all this information, and that's where I built all this confidence, and that's how I know all about this red pill and blue pill and all this stuff like that. So I I I know this information is paid, like, worth money. So just go like and subscribe to the video, man. I'm giving you this stuff for free. Hell yeah. Okay. Basically, you're just in your head scared and not even talking to her, okay? You're probably gonna cope and tell yourself like you'd even like her that much anyway. You're lying to yourself, but that's okay because we all cope. We all have our coping mechanisms and stuff like that. So, what's the opposite of thinking too much? Not thinking at all. You're probably like, Zach, how am I gonna talk to a girl if I don't think? Well, if you just wait, just being impatient. Oh your gosh, I'm just like, um, and what I have to say is that whatever comes to mind, just say it. Just say whatever comes to mind. If your mind says she's pretty, then go walk up to her and say she's pretty, okay? Before you have a chance to talk to her out of it, like, talk yourself out of it. So The next time you see a pretty girl and you want to go, like your mind says she's pretty or she's hot or she's this or she's that, just go walk up to her. Don't think twice. Just go walk up to her, and by doing so, you will be able to basically what you're doing is like it's making it to where you can't back out. You're putting yourself in this situation. It's just like instead of like dipping your toe in, you're just like plunging in, and by doing so you're gonna get so much experience, and then you're gonna get learn so fast, and then eventually you're gonna build so much confidence, right? So the first time is gonna be the hardest time, but the second time and the more you keep on doing it, the easier it gets, because I remember you just gotta fake it till you make it, man. Your identity is whatever your mind is. Okay, I literally shaved off my head. I used to be a fucking Chad. I had everything. I had the girls, I had the um I didn't have the money yet, but I had the status at school, right? Um, I'm finna tell you about the story where I literally got with this girl within like 2 weeks of meeting her. And the first time I met her, I was like, "Hey, we should hang out this weekend." And you're probably like, "What? You can't even ask that? You can't ask that the first time." I didn't even know who she was. I literally just saw her in my class period, and I saw my friend. But I'm getting ahead of myself right now. Literally just tell your legs to go walk to her. Just walk to her and trust that you will say something productive. Okay. I'll give you some tips on cold approaching and even talking to a girl in your class or anything like that. So don't wait for that. Just wait for that. Okay. Okay. And by doing so, either you're gonna she's either gonna take the compliment and say thank you, or and you can ask for her name or her Instagram. It all just stems about not thinking and just doing. Okay, you're thinking too much, and doing is more effective than just thinking. Okay, so I'll give you an example of what I did. So back during my senior year of high school, I switched classrooms for the second semester, like the second half of the semester. I didn't really like my English teacher, so I was like, I'm out that bitch. And I wanted the first four periods off. Like my first period was fourth period, so I just wanted my first three periods off because like I wanted to do blended, so I can have three class periods, but I wasn't able to do that because I had track and stuff like that. So I just had I think four class periods or like five. Yeah, because I didn't really like the teacher, like it was weird. I didn't really feel comfortable in his class. Like no hate towards him. Like low key, I respect him. Like he tried his best and he does do his best and stuff like that. He literally tried, but in that class period, I was like, man, I can't, man. Yeah, so I remember the first time I walk in, then I saw my friend, let's call him Justin. I saw Justin and he had this girl who was his friend, and I saw her and I was like, holy shit, she's bad as fuck. Okay. So I walk up to her, not even thinking, right? Like I at this point I don't like um I think I just had like hella like unbeatable fucking unbreakable confidence at this point. So I walk up, I go sit down right in front of her, and then she's like, "Oh, who's this?" And I had like my hair out, like I look good as fuck, bro. And like I was at the point to where like a lot of girls were like staring at me and shit. But um yeah, so I asked her for her name, and then I'm like chatting it up with her, and I'm telling her like this cool story that I did like over um the break and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then I was like, "Here, we should hang out like this weekend or like another time." And then she's like, "Oh, uh, I think I'm busy this weekend, but like, for sure, like another time, right? Or like we'll see what happens." So I got her Instagram, and uh, we didn't end up hanging out that first week that I asked, right? The whole point is to like be confident enough to say what you want, like be a retard and just say what you want, right? I wanted to hang out with her. I desired to hang out with her, But Loki, I had way more fun. I think I have a picture right here what I actually did. I was hanging out with the boys. I showed them this new, what was it, bridge or something, and we went up top and we marked it. Hashtag I miss my freshman guys, my freshman cross country teammates. I hope y'all watching. I love y'all. But the second week I went over to her house and you know I low key got scared, bears. Like I'm not gonna front with you. Like I was scared. I met her mom. I went upstairs and we were just chilling. We were watching a movie. I was gonna help her with her work, and I did help her with her work. I literally fucking Loki. Everybody is just like overthinking a lot of stuff. Like I was at the point where I was just like, just say whatever comes to mind. Like trust yourself. Like I would write like I forgot we were doing like some assignment, and then she was like, "That does not sound like me," and I was like, "It doesn't matter. You talk like this now. She's not gonna know. She's not gonna care, right? At the end of the day, like she's just doing her job. She's just teaching. Like who really cares at the end of the day?" So I was like that, and then I probably gained some respect from that. And then after that, I left. Then the second time, we were texting on Instagram, like flirting and stuff like that. And she's like, "Here, I should paint you or some shit." And I was like, "Okay, bet." And so I was like, "We should get glow in the dark paint." So we went to Walmart and we got the paint. I told her hop in the cart, and I'm like pushing her around, having fun. Like I low key didn't give a fuck about anybody because like I was just a confident guy. Like I was a handsome, attractive, really confident fucking dude. And low key confidence is like mainly where it's at, man. Like you could probably go in and attract a 10 out of 10 just by fucking being confident alone. Because a lot of these guys who are attractive are insecure as fuck and look smacks for other dudes, which is kind of gay. But she, what was it? Oh yeah, so we get back to her place and I say what's up. She tells her family like she's finna paint me, and I take off my shirt. My abs are popping, like I'm on my back. Loki, I was so fucking tired, I almost fell asleep. Like I was on my stomach just laying that. She's painting my back. It was kind of cold, and then she's like flip over, and then I flip over, and then my abs are popping and shit, and then she's like drawing. That shit was cold as fuck. It was tickling. I'll have an image right here of what she had. I think she drew Muscle Man on my back, but it kind of got fucked up by the time I got home. And then she drew, I think a smiley face or some shit. That really doesn't matter. But I was like this, and then eventually, she's giving me a look. Like we all know that look when a girl wants to like, fuck or some shit. So I was like, okay, bet. Like and like she basically stopped painting me, and I was like, okay. So what I do is like I freaking tickle her, and then I basically like it was like a really smart strategy to just get her on top of me because I knew she wanted to get on top of me either way, one way or another. So I tickle her, and then I get her on top of me, and after that I just go for the neck and I mark her up, and then long story short, you know where it went, man. You already know where it went from there. So that's one example I can give, and it's literally just say what's on your mind, bro. So I wanted to hang out with her. I felt like a lot of guys when I was younger. I felt like, oh, I can't hang out with this girl like right away. Like I need, I need to like strategize. Like I need to do a group hangout or anything like that. No, just invite her to something. Like be so stupid or like dumb it down. Literally just say what's on your mind. You're like, if you desire to hang out with this girl one on one, just be like, hey, come over to my place. I did it with another girl, like I think during the break too, like before coming, but like she had a friend too. Like she didn't trust me at first, but at the end of the day, I still got what I wanted. Like I don't know, manifesting real, man. I don't know. So basically what I'm getting at is like trust yourself, number one, because if you trust yourself, like you're not gonna be overthinking about like some dumb shit. Like you're not gonna be like you gotta trust yourself to say what you're gonna say. Okay. If I see a pretty girl and I think she's pretty, then I'm just gonna go walk up to her and say, "Hey, you're pretty. what's I like this about you. What's your name? And sometimes she will reject you. Like sometimes I do get rejected, but sometimes I win. And most of the time it's a win because either way it's a win-win. Either way, if I get rejected, I still leveled up my you know, my confidence skill because I actually went up to go talk to that girl. I increased my communicating skills. So the more you do it, the more you experience the rejection and the more you experience the wins, the more confidence you're going to be building. And if, the more momentum you build, the better you'll be getting at like seducing and stuff like that. A tip I will give about overthinking and stuff like that is to literally just take a deep breath. Okay. So the next time you're about to cold approach a girl or you know, what is it? Yeah, cold approach or just go talk to a girl in general that you like or find attractive. And I know I used to get very nervous and like very shaky and very in my head when it came to talking to girls. So I do understand where you're coming from. But I'm just telling you that after you get past like the first couple of times, you eventually just start getting rid of the limiting belief, right? That you can't go talk to girls because you start to believe that you can because you can't, right? Like if we had no thoughts, nobody is stopping you from doing anything. That's why I'm just like dumb it down, turn your brain off, and just go talk to her. That's the most important thing I could probably tell you in this video. It's just to go talk to her and say what's on your mind. Okay, don't be like a weirdo about it. Be like, oh, I was watching you over there or something. I don't know. But stop thinking so much, okay? Just go walk up to her and talk to her, okay? Trust that your brain is you got to trust your brain will say something that will get you there, okay? But I'll give you some tips anyways to increase your chances of, smashing and getting the girl and stuff like that. So the next time you're about to cold approach and stuff like that, just start taking deep breaths, okay? When you think about it, when you are in your head a lot, you're not, you're probably shallow breathing. Anytime we feel anxious or anything like that, we're shallow breathing. And the only reason we feel anxious is because we are expecting the worst, right? We're expecting rejection and we don't want to experience that rejection. That's probably embarrassing. Everybody's going to laugh at me a lot, like, ha 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 ha. No, no one actually gives a fuck. Literally, you would actually get more respect by going up to them and getting rejected. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, what? I'm gonna get respect for going up to somebody and getting rejected. Like, yeah, you might get clowned on by your friends, but low key, you had the balls to actually go up and go talk to the girl. So that's a fucking win in your book. And you can just say that to them the next time your boys clown on you for getting rejected by some girl. Okay. It's low key at the end of the day, it's not that deep. You're gonna go lay down, lay in your bed, and all that stuff. You're probably not gonna die over getting rejected by a girl. And each time you actually go up and execute that thought, then you gain a little bit more confidence, a little bit self-esteem, and the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. So I want you to pair the deep breathing, like make sure you're deep breathing like before and especially walking towards her, because like I said earlier, I want you to walk towards her, like tell your legs to just walk to her and just deep breathe while you're doing it. But I want you to pair it with some affirmations, okay? Because I feel like our mind is just like you got to get control of your mind and breath, because those are the two main things hindering you from actually going to go talk to that girl. So deep breathe, and I want you to tell yourself these are like, I'm just going to give you like three affirmations you can tell yourself. You can say, I'm confident. Just repeat it. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident. If you say it long enough, you will eventually believe it. Like I'm a Chad, I'm a Chad, I'm a Chad, I'm a Chad. I'm a very attractive guy. I'm a very attractive guy. She wants me. She wants me. She wants me. She wants me. And then I know probably some of these guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I'm not gonna say that, but you know, it does work, especially right before a date. Like this is more of a date thing. Like the girl already likes you and stuff like that. So You just gotta repeat to yourself like, I'm a Chad, I'm a Chad, I'm confident, I'm confident. Like she wants to fuck me, she wants to fuck me, she wants to fuck me. Like right. And the more you start believing that, the more you're gonna act like it, right? You're gonna be like more open. You're gonna be like, you're gonna have like that macho man, that little Chad, not little Chad, but like you're gonna have that Chad energy. You're gonna have that big energy, and like make it to where like she actually wants you, and like she actually wants to fuck you. I know this sounds crazy, but it is real. And like I'm giving y'all the ball knowledge because like I fucking lived that shit. I know it sounds crazy, but you just gotta experience, man. Okay, so the next time you like right before you're about to go on a date or like right before you're about to cold approach, just tell yourself like she wants to fuck me, she wants to fuck me. Like just repeat that shit over and over and over and over again, and eventually, wait, pair it with the deep breathing, and especially with your walking, make sure your diaphragm breathing. Don't like, don't do that shit. Like you're fucking, you're not running a damn marathon, bro. Like especially like you're not getting maximum oxygen, CO2, stuff like that. So deep breathe, diaphragm breathe, belly breathing. If you need help with breathing, literally comment down below, bro. Just literally just type me or some shit. I don't know. And I'll make a video on how to breathe properly because a lot of guys need to relax, man. We have stored trauma in our body and we hold tension in our neck, our jaw. It just depends on what we were growing up with, right? I just learned recently that in our childhood we hold all this trauma in our jaw, and that's why we are tense in our jaw, but we're not conscious of it. Okay, so we have to consciously relax our jaw, we have to consciously relax our shoulders. Like sometimes our shoulders rise up, like your shoulders might be raised up right now, but if you like just constantly like just remind yourself to relax and put them down, relax your body, free up your energy, you actually be more present in the moment out of your body, and then you are able to be a more seductive person, obviously, because you're going to be more present, you're going to be paying attention to detail, and eventually you'll just be you can just attract girls just by being yourself, right? You don't have to try, like you don't need these tactics that I'm giving you, because you are becoming the person who is someone who attracts people, right? Because you're present, you're not in your head, you're not fucking insecure or anything like that. You're confident, you're a Chad, right? You lift your head up high, you smile, you wave to people, you're a social Chad, you can talk to anybody. It's just like your fucking mind is getting in your way, man. Like after I realized that shit was bullshit, like my life fucking changed like 10x after that. It was fucking crazy. And I want you to experience the same thing, especially if you're still in school. Like the younger um you are, the better chances you are, I would say, on actually getting, the girl. Like the younger you start, the better, because the more experience you have, right? I wish I learned this when I was like in middle school or some shit, because I was like in very insecure in middle school, but I learned this like later into my senior year of high school. So I learned it eventually, but I wish I implemented it a lot earlier on. I would have probably had a lot more growth, a lot more status, a lot more confidence, a lot more networking, social skills. But I did what I could when I could. So go out, go try what I gave you. This is very important. If you have any questions down below, because I know this was a very long video and this probably like your attention span is probably fucked, and you probably want to go scroll on you know Instagram or TikTok or some shit. Comment down below if you need any help. I will try and make a video and respond to it. Share it with the boys so they too can get some girls and level up the skill too, because it takes time. It's like a video game, right? Because I know a lot of you guys out there play video games. I used to play video games a lot, so I know. Level up in real life, not just in video games. Okay, you can play some video games, but also level up in real life. Like go out, go work out. Increase. Like go for a run. Go. Do some push-ups. I started off with like 100 push-ups a day. That shit built my chest like within like a month. Shit, it's not that hard. Like you just gotta like divide it. Like you can do 25 sets, 5 sets or 5 reps of 25 sets. 100 right there, and it takes maybe like an hour max, maybe even less if you're good enough. But eventually, you just start leveling up the skill, and that's something you can build confidence in, and you can use that confidence to go out and go talk to girls. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, share the video with the boys because they obviously need help leveling up the skill too. And you'll be that Chad who gave them this video, and basically you're just giving value to them. So they're gonna respect you more. You're probably gonna be more the Chad of the group, maybe the group leader after this. But yeah, I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day, and bye.